Slitterhead is disappointing. Not again. Nice times to work with Slitterhead. He fled from this place. Okay. I know. Please, for the love of God. I know. Honestly, it had all the right things. It had amazing monster design, possession style gameplay that is just phenomenally fun to engage with, and combat that, while the AI is repetitive and boring, still kind of engaging. Being able to hot swap in combat, beat the hell out of these mantis monster creatures, it was awesome. So why am I unhappy again?
Oh shit, here we go again.
Well, dear viewer, allow me to explain. You see, what we have here is a case of exceptionally cool design put into practice in a way that is just boring. Oh shit. Now, I played it for 2 hours. That's my customary length of time to play a game for a VOD on the IcyCaress Unchained channel. In that 2 hours, I have spent less than maybe 20% of the time engaging with the mechanics in a fun and creative way, whether that's in combat or whether that's in actual gameplay exploration. The rest of the time, the game is either forcing you to sit through the most inane, voiceless bullshit chatter from these characters that either says stuff you already know, or says stuff you don't need to know, or just talks the utter nonsense that's required to sit through in order to get the missions, which is bad enough. So now we gotta sit through like 16 lines of dialogue that tells us stuff we already know. Okay, so we've just reversed into the past. Then when you do finally get to engage with the mission part of the whole game experience here, what you're left with is a hand-holding, overpressured, overprotective little parent hovering over you saying, hey, oh, you need to get up there. So we're going to point your camera to where you need to go next. And when you get up there, we'll point your camera back up to the other place. You enter a new area. The character will say, how am I going to get past this? And then the game will point your camera. Julie's like the primary host for the main character. She's a rarity, which means that she can... Is it really a puzzle if you're not allowed to solve it yourself? I'm not even like... It's still doing it! It's still telling me, do this, do that. Oh my god! I don't know why this bothers me so much. There's no natural exploration of using the abilities to get past obstacles, and it's incredibly frustrating. Okay. I am enjoying this game, but we are an hour in and it is still constantly holding my hand. A great example of this is a mandatory stealth section inside the Mafia hideout. Why don't we just possess him? Then that resolves that problem entirely. We chose to find out, continue on while keeping a low profile. Stairs off limits may not be found. Yeah, can I just possess a guy who's meant to be here? No, of course not. Here we're having to sneak past these Mafia guys. If they see you, oh, you're not meant to be here, they're going to catch you. Except we're meant to be able to possess anyone. Why can't I just possess this guard and walk my happy ass through? But no, we're forced to sneak around for 5 minutes until, oh, now we can possess this guard to walk our happy ass through. Well, it makes no sense. Well, this man's body, even the guard should. Why couldn't I do that earlier with one of the guards? Every combat mission ends with a fight against a really cool, well-designed, visually, enemy that basically boils down to you just hitting left click until the thing falls over. But honestly, the combat is fine. It's fine. But as soon as the enemy is dead, you get this absolute screeching stop of the adrenaline and gameplay where it just says, to be continued. Put into a loading screen. Have to go chat to people for 10 minutes. Then you get put into another loading screen. Then you're reverted back. Then you have to engage with another mission. Then you have to walk through this area with the game hand-holding you all the way through, forcing you to go in the direction that it wants you to go. There's no diegetic exploration or intrigue regarding the abilities that you're given. It is just a series of linear combat arenas broken up with text dumps that mean nothing and hand-holdy forced exploration that isn't exploration. It's basically a walking simulator. Military vehicles? No chance of getting through here. Ah, yes, me with my super jump. where I can leap to cranes high in the sky. There's no way for me to jump on that vehicle right there. Are you serious? Oh, wow. You mean like I just did? Yup. No way for us to get over there. And if I sound pissed, it's because I am. Because I am sick and fed up of these goddamn games having these really cool ideas and then completely ballsing it up in the engagement department. Oh, don't rub the blood all over your face. I'm gonna go get a drink, dude. I'm furious. So without any further ado, here is my first playthrough of Slitterhead in its entirety. I don't know if I'll be going back to it. Honestly, it just disappointed me so much. They have this amazing world, amazing gameplay, amazing mobility, and we're stuck as a walking simulator. God, mother, hey, I watched the Alien movie. Question mark. It was pretty good. Best horror of the year? Yep. Because it has positive reviews, unlike every other horror game that we've played so far this year. The Wigs to Deep. Second best horror of the year. After a brief tutorial section where we first possess a doggo and then possess our very first human, we have an encounter with our first Slitterhead.
Hey. Baby, you smell good.
Uh-oh. That's not a good sign. Oh, shit. Oh! Oh my god. Ah! What the hell? Dude, this reminds me of Parasite the Maxim. Uh-oh. Ow. Sorry, lady! Oh, God! If the host dies, the protagonist will lose a soul. If the protagonist loses 3 souls, his own soul will vanish. Protects the next body before your host is killed. All right. This is as fun as it looks to play. Oh, we're finding out. We just got it. It's not coming after me? What in the world was that? What's going on? What should I do? I must eliminate them all. Another similar being. I sense their waves. Where? Having rushed away and ran away as fast as we possibly can, of course the most sensible thing for us to do is to immediately run towards the next nearest Slitterhead to see if we can try again. Uh-oh. What the f- Oh, well, our target isn't surviving that one. And after possessing the dying girl, who turns out to be a rarity, someone with special synchronous abilities when we possess them, we beat the hell out of this monster. And credit where it's due, at first, this combat seemed really engaging, being able to hot swap between people to beat it from different sides. But as you'll quickly see, the benefits of this kind of cool gameplay get vastly outweighed by the negatives of everything else. Nice shot. But now what are you gonna do? Oh! And after a quick little vision of the world burning, is that the ghost of the Slitterhead? Five minutes of chatting, which was literally just text dumps of stuff that we already knew, and this girl complaining, and me quickly skipping over a sex scene because apparently this game has to have that for no reason at all. We hop, skip, and leap our happy ass through the city, following the linear checkpoints and the markers and the camera dragging, forcing us to go in certain directions, not being allowed to go anywhere else. And we come across the monster, who tries to run away, who gets stopped from running away, transforms, combat. I know it sounds reductive when I talk about it like this, but it's really how this game breaks down. It's really unfortunate, because there's just... man. I'm going to go on another rant here, and I sincerely apologize. I'll let the game slowly run in the background, because every other thing that we're going to be doing in this game will be the exact same as what I just said. It's so sad to see a game with movement mechanics similar to Prototype, or I've heard infamous Second Son has very good movement mechanics like this, relegated to nothing more than a button prompt simulator. There was so much potential. They have this entire city mapped out based on what I've seen. They could have just done a Majora's Mask mechanic with the time reversal, which, by the way, is coming up. We can somehow reverse time, but it's not cleared up why yet. But they could have done something like that with Majora's Mask, where every time you reset time, you have to find the perfect loop to kill everyone and progress and explore the city. And it was so close. By the way, those yellow experience orbs that we were picking up in the beginning, they don't show up again. That was literally just a mechanic in the beginning. Haven't been able to possess an animal again, ever since that first section either. There's been no timer saying when a target's going to die if you don't get to them on time ever since the first time. It's weird, dude. Anyway, let's skip forward, get to the next major fight, which is against the head of the underground Keelin Mafia, or I think Yakuza. I don't actually know what part of the world this game is set in. Regardless, we gotta go fight them. Let's go fight them. Here's that combat. Nita. Oh, so you go here for attacking her. Either way, it's irrelevant. You won't be leaving this place after all. Hey, all of you, kill them. Oh, yeah, it's a 3v1. It's good to see you, Stevie. To be what the hell does that mean? What do you mean, to be continued? If you're wondering if I skipped anything interesting between the last segment and the boss of that section, I really didn't. It's just a case of wandering through corridors, possessing who the game tells you to possess, and talking to people until the game will let you progress. It's not great. Although, the next section promised to be a little bit better because it involved trying to sneak into a building, which is the bit I complained about at the start of the game, where it was hand-holding me the whole way and not letting me explore anything. And that hand-holding continues and continues and continues. Possess this guy, do this, do that, do this, do that, until finally we encounter another boss in a corridor. Rawr, rawr, rawr. Oh, she's being eaten. Hello. And we right-click to possess people and left-click it to death. There we go. Okay. Unfortunately, the man in black, who we kind of want to have a chat with because, you know, obviously he knows something about these monsters, well, in a cutscene, we get told that he's dead. I'm not even kidding. Like, it's right here on your screen right now. And then, not even 2 minutes later, we conveniently teleport back in time to go and save him again with no explanation. So we go do that. We have to rush to where we know that he's going to crash and burn and die. We get there just on time and we save his life by possessing him. He has a sword? Oh, hell yeah! And instead of letting you explore and understand his abilities by yourself, the game tutorializes every single second for a total of 8 minutes of tutorialized forced engagement. until finally it sets you free, whereupon all the military people in the area promptly turn around and start shooting you. And this kind of dictates the rest of the game that I've experienced so far, where I've done nothing but fought military people, which once we kill the boss of this area and we get our to be continued and then chat to both the people for a total of 15 minutes of unskippable text bullshit, we get punted back out, find out that the military are killing everybody who has this signal. It's like a signal thing that pops up as them being different, and none of the Slitterheads that they're killing are fighting back, which implies that there's some innocent Slitterheads going on here. And then we chase a Slitterhead up onto our roof after murdering countless numbers of innocent military men, and then that Slitterhead says, I have no choice but to fight, which is obviously setting up for the fact that there are some good Slitterheads and there are some bad Slitterheads. And unfortunately, I could not bring myself to care. Like, it has a really, really cool combat mechanic, but the boss just spams the same moves over and over again. Oh man, I don't know what to think. Oh my god. I don't know what to think. I do know what to think. I'm disappointed. And I'm sad that I'm disappointed. This game lives and dies on its enemy design, and it's awesome. The possession mechanic, awesome. The constant hand-holding, terrible. The AI, terrible. the constant text dumps, terrible and tedious. And then what's worse, they made the text dumps a requirement because you can't get missions unless you talk to them. Talk about crazy, what was all that anyways? Merely, I guess, amid a maelstrom of information, but a special force unit was probably secure living Slitterhead examples. They need to be stopped in such a large-scale operation. Even going back in time to try again would be impossible to stop the entire thing. I don't really want to fight humans, even so, no, you're right, I'm sorry. Also, the Slitterheads that were captured were different to the ones we've run into before. They refused to fight even when they were beaten. They were upset and suffering like people, real people. Much like they mimic appearances, they also mimic minds. When they consume brains, they absorb its personalities and memories. However, it's unlikely for them to exhibit their copied personalities so strongly as even they hesitate to attack humans, right? There's a way to coexist with them. Unthinkable, you know very well their true nature. I do, but I too want to know more about them. If it will give you peace of mind, we should look into it. Alright, you're starting to understand how people feel. I cannot deny an influence of a certain someone. About your name. When I was a kid, I heard about the legend of the Hyoki. In the story, there were two possessing spirits, Leopardhead and Night Owl, who would slay monsters, shining spirits from the heavens that would destroy evil, and those possessed would wield strength greater than even demons. However, evil people who obtain such power to become demons themselves. My grandma used to talk about it a lot. Is there really such a story? I don't know. I never looked into it myself. She might have made the whole thing up. That group in white and Slitterheads just slipped into, and a man named Yinui who holds a key. A while back, an early dive will hunt down one of those Slitterheads. That one had strange as they had before. It was a new age religious group called Echoes of Love. That used to be a thing. I looked into it and found that facility they used to have is abandoned ruin out in the middle of the mountains. I suspected there was a hideout, but nothing I could really do by myself. A wise decision. Of course, that unit seems to have picked up on it. You saw how they struggled against a few Slitterheads. They're probably making preparations to be as safe as possible. They might also move to another hideout before the assault. It'd be a pain if they did. We should attack immediately. It's not like there'd be a large number of Slitterheads there. It's too dangerous. With even my powers, I'm sure we'll manage. You display a distinct lack of caution when it comes to them. Still, I made a promise to Julie. Let's proceed carefully. Her again, we'll do whatever. Do as you like. I heard a strange rumor recently, although seeing how you barely socialized, Doctor, would probably be news to you and probably worthless. A number of people in the slums keep dropping because of eviction, yet lately new people have been seeing around. There's a family, a father, a mother, and a daughter. When they notice people looking to run away like they're scared of them, it's not just what people skipping town act like. It seems like the father was spotted sneaking about with the packages late at night, packages with red stains on, packages by the size of a human head. Could that be? Packages with a watermelon inside. That's probably how the punchline is supposed to go. By the way, when were we going to move? I'm going to check it out. Huh, Doctor, you're not taking that rumor seriously, are you? Sorry, guys.